If you're waiting around for IOIs to make moves on a girl, you're doing it wrong. Welcome back to the Man Alive channel. If it's your first time or you've viewed some of the content already before, my name is Shaka. I teach cold approach, right? How I teach guys how to implement cold approach in a way that works for them. Um, you can check out some of the other content and videos that I've done. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below, right? I always encourage dialogue and building the community. If you're looking for coaching, you can drop me a message at my blog or below, right? You can comment below. My blog is Shaka Piankowski at Wixsite Man Alive. So I'll post a link to it in the description. Send me a message. Let's see if we're eligible to work together, right? We have phone coaching, infield, uh, virtual, right? Listening, breaking down your infield, listening to your infield, right? Group coaching, one-on-one, all types. So if you want to see if you're eligible, send a message in the blog. But the topic for today is about IOIs. Why IOIs are a waste of time, as I said. I wrote an article about this on my blog, so I will link to that, and you guys get to see that. You guys get to read it. Why IOIs are a waste of time. So it's a pretty controversial statement because a lot of people would be like, well, if IOIs are a waste of time, why do they exist as a concept, right? So if you don't know, IOIs are indicators of interest. It's looking for specific signs that a girl is displaying to tell you that she's into you, right? So a lot of guys don't make moves unless a girl is twirling her hair, unless a girl is fidgeting her foot, unless a girl is smiling a lot, right? And in and of themselves, they're not bad per se. There are signs that point that are more of a green light as opposed to anything else, right? That should be out in the open, right? That should be a point that's clear, right? There are signs that girls display when they do like you and they would be open to moving forward, to moving ahead with you. But the problem with it is IOIs are really belief based. And I break this down into detail on my article that I've written. It's really belief based, right? Guys who have developed a solid belief, a solid core feeling that women like them, see everything as an IOI. It's not they're stopping to see, well, she did this and that means that and this means that and right, and they're parceling through, right? Just about everything, not absolutely everything that she does is an IOI, but guys who are good have the belief that most of the things that she does, besides the no, I don't want to talk, no, stay away, the very vocal, the very pronounced objections, everything other than that is a green light. Everything, right? She could be laughing and having the greatest time of her life. She could be quiet and attentive. Either one, to a guy who has the belief that women like him, either one is a green light. It doesn't actually matter. Well, a lot of guys get hung up with IOIs is if a girl is not doing blatantly obvious things that she likes them, right? Giving blatant signals, they shut down completely. They don't do anything, right? And this is part of the obsession with IOIs. Guys want a blatant green light, a blatant signal flashing in front of their face that says you should move forward now. But the problem is if you don't have, even if she gives you the signals, if you don't have the belief behind it, you do nothing, right? Because you actually interpret it in such a way that it's not anything, right? You erase it with your belief. So a lot of building attractive characteristics as a man, right? Being able to lead, being able to take chances, being able to move forward in uncertainty. All of that comes from a deep inner belief that women like me generally, right? Like I said, unless they're strongly objecting, right? They like me. Period. That's it. Right? To look for IOIs, you kind of a lot of guys end up looking for permission to move forward, but they really don't believe that women like them. So they end up not moving forward anyways. If you have the belief that women don't like you, what ends up happening is you don't see green lights and you do nothing. And even the green lights you get, you gloss over them. So you do nothing about it, right? So she could be, let's say, her twirling her hair while laughing is an IOI. But a guy who does not have his belief set in order will see it. She's twirling her hair, she's laughing, and he's still not going to move forward, right? Let's say he wants to take her on an instant date or something of that manner. He still won't do it, right? Because he does not have the belief in place. Whereas a guy who does have the belief in place will just move forward until she objects, right? Until she gives a hard no, he's just going to keep going. It's belief based. Now, that belief is developed through paying attention to what's going on in set when you approach, right? So a lot of guys will start out with the idea that women don't like me at all, especially girls that I like. And then through the process of time, as they learn and grow, they realize, well, maybe some girls do like me. Maybe more girls than I thought like me. Maybe some girls that I think are really attractive actually like me. And slowly, just through experience, just through immersion, just through throwing yourself into the deep end, right? A lot of guys see a lot of the limiting beliefs that I had don't really make any sense, right? They're not actually accurate. So, with time and reframing, probably getting somebody to help you reframe, but also looking at interactions objectively, you start to see this, right? You start to see, well, the limiting beliefs that I had that women don't like me, that's nonsense because this girl was smiling, that girl was smiling, that girl was having a good time, right? And that changes your belief. Whereas on the other hand, the not having the belief that girls don't like you can erase even good results, right? Even girls having a good time. It can go right past your memory, right past your mind, right? And you don't register it. This is why it is good, plug, right? This is why it is good to have someone to coach you, to help you through this, because you understand that sometimes you get caught in a loop of your own beliefs. And it's hard for you to break out of it. It's hard for you to see it, right? This is why coaching is very key. Someone who has experience, someone who can say, hey, wait, you're being unnecessarily negative, unreasonably negative. Look at this girl liked you. Look at that girl was smiling. Look at this girl stopped 5 seconds to talk to you. Even the little things, the small things, that essentially the small things build on each other, right? And they build your belief. So a girl listening to your opener for 2 seconds before walking away. Hey, she listened for 2 seconds. A girl talking to you for 5 seconds before walking away. Hey, she stopped for 5 seconds. Right? Every single thing is a win. Every single thing is a celebration, and every single thing should build your belief in that direction. Because, once again, IOIs are belief based. So this is a mindset, this is an inner game thing. It's all based on interpretation. How you interpret what she says and what she does. Whether you interpret it as something positive that's working to your benefit or negative. Right? The objections are there. Obviously, right? That those exist. Right? When she says no, I don't want to move forward, etc., etc. No, leave me alone, whatever she says, right? But the person with the right belief system will move forward until they get a real objection. The person with the wrong belief system will stop themselves long before they get any actual resistance and objection. So I hope this helped. Share this with anybody you know who might need it, right? Listen to it a couple of times over and over to get it in your head that IOIs are primarily based upon beliefs. If you believe that you're attractive to women, you're going to see more green lights than not. If you believe you're not attractive, you're going to see more red lights than not, and you're going to gloss over the green lights that you have, right? You're just going to see rejection. You're just going to see potential failure, etc., etc. You're just going to see she doesn't like me, right? If you want help to move past this stage, apply. Shaka Piankowski, Wix site, Man Alive, or comment in the comment section, right? And I'll give you the email to send to send a message to, and we'll see if we can work together. Because this is actually a very tough thing. It's actually a very difficult thing to get through on your own. It's possible, but it takes time and effort. It takes more time and effort by yourself. So remember, it's between here. And if you're looking for help, send a message below. Until next time, take care. Check out all the rest of the stuff that's on the channel and that's on my blog. Everything, right? I guarantee that it will change your cold approach life. And cold approach will change your dating life. Until next time.